All right, let's keep going, y'all. Got my WWMD, what would Michael do shirt on. It's actually for a different Captain Mike, but still thought it'd be appropriate. All right, the early church fathers, chapter 4. I will never forget when I first started reading the ancient Christian writings outside the Bible. For most of my life, I never knew there were early Christian writings besides those in the New Testament. No way. These were written by ancient Christian leaders who lived for the most part after the lifetime of the apostles, and who came to be known as the early church fathers. The church fathers provide us a fascinating window into the Christian world of the first several centuries AD. My goal at the time was to learn what they had to say about the origins and authorship of the four Gospels. Having heard and believed for years that we do not know who wrote the Gospels, I naturally assumed that the early church fathers would either not have much to say about the matter, or that they would be as vague and agnostic as the modern scholars I was reading at the time. I was completely unprepared for what I discovered. As I quickly learned, the earliest Christian writings outside the New Testament are completely and unambiguously and totally unanimous about who wrote the four Gospels. Again, why does that matter? Okay, even more, some of these writings come from authors who either knew the apostles themselves or who were only one generation removed from the apostles. The church fathers not only confirm the evidence from the manuscript and titles discussed in the last chapter, they also add to the mix important insights into the authors and origins of the four Gospels. Again, this is what scholars refer to as external evidence. As you will see, there is very good reason that the people who claim the Gospels were originally anonymous also consistently ignore this external evidence, almost as if it didn't exist. Again, this is still straw-manning the skeptic's position. I've never met a skeptic, and I can't imagine a skeptic of the Bible who's basing their skepticism on the anonymity of the Gospels. That just doesn't matter. Okay, in this chapter we'll look briefly at the external evidence for the origins of the four Gospels. Unfortunately, we cannot examine all of it. We just don't have enough space. Instead, I'll focus on the earliest and most geographically widespread evidence. Following is a list of writings from the period immediately following the New Testament. These sources are important because they are the earliest examples we possess of what Christians only one or two generations removed from the New Testament period have to say about who wrote the Gospels. Okay, I don't know. I'm not going to read all this because, well, I'm not going to read it out loud to you guys. Okay, it just goes through each of them. What the earliest people say about Matthew's Gospel, Mark, Luke, John. Okay, you guys do understand, right, that it doesn't matter if John wrote the Gospel of John. That doesn't make the shit that's in there true.